Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the third and final game of round 4 of the Mad Dragon Six Nations. A fantastic game to end us off in this one. Scotland versus Ireland. In terms of the table as it stands at the end of round 3, Ireland find themselves up in first place on 12 points, whereas Scotland this year not going their way, down in 6th place, only on that 1 point. They'll be hoping to make the most of this game, and Ireland will be hoping to continue their way towards a potential Grand Slam. Finn Russell will get us kicked off and underway. A big game for Scotland in this one. They've had a couple of really hard fought matches that just haven't gone their way. They have the home advantage today. Let's see how much of a difference that will make in this game. Sexton kicks it deep down to Stuart Hogg, the counter runner. Let's see what he gets up to. Nice offload to Finn Russell. Ireland managing to recover. Scotland spreading their attacking line a little bit wider. Schoeman taking it to the line a little bit, but Tadhg Furlong giving away a hands in the ruck penalty. Scotland will be happy with this early opportunity, and they're actually going to go for 3. They know points have been hard to come by in this Six Nations. They're going to try and take whatever points can come their way. Finn Russell to see, slightly on the edge of his range towards that 50-metre line. We'll see how he gets on. Oh, but slotted through the post absolutely beautifully. Finn Russell takes Scotland into the lead, 3-0. Ireland going to have to fight back. Can't afford to give penalties away like that in this game. This is a beautiful kickoff, though, from Sexton. Hugh Jones managing to collect. That was a tough one, but very well placed by Ireland. Schoeman runs it up. Sam Johnson cutting inside on that line. Superb running line from him. George Turner gets it out to Kyle Steyn. James Lowe's been caught out of shape a little bit, but does get back for a great cover tackle and pushes him into touch. First line out of the game. Ireland very good in terms of the line out so far throughout this tournament, and it's still the same for them in this one. Scotland didn't even compete in that one. Scotland were right at the back line of that, and the driving maul not going their way. Grant Gilchrist waiting just on the outside of this line, hoping they were going to try and cut inside. Oh, it's a lovely offload from Sexton, passing it out to the centre there. Scotland trying to rush back across. We've got Keith Earls out on his own. A superb cover tackle there. I think that was by Hugh Jones, coming over for a great run by him. A lot of work needed to be done as Schoeman rushes off his line, not letting them get any room. Scotland look to be a little bit too far apart in this one. There's a lot of gaps opening up towards that midfield. Ireland, though, are so good at being able to spread that ball out wide. That's most likely why Scotland have been spread thin, but you can't afford holes to open up in the middle of the pack. Nice little one-off run there by James Ryan. Just going through the phases. They're not wanting to do anything particularly over the top. Just work their way through. And Josh van der Fleer with a lovely little bounce pass getting out to him. But Scotland recover well. Sam Skinner, let's see what he can do. Xander Fagerson, a lot of work to do. To Duhan van der Merwe, got a lot of work there. One-on-one. But Hugo Keenan, how good has he been through this tournament so far? Covering in that defensive work in the back there. They kick it long and Stuart Hogg chases it back down. James Lowe has abandoned that back corner. Oh, the wind has taken the ball slightly away from where he would have wanted, though. Ireland dot the ball down, the ball bouncing back over that try line. They get that drop out from behind the 22-metre line, and Matt Fagerson taking it further up towards the 22. Can Scotland retain it? It looks like they've almost abandoned that one completely. They thought it was a bit safer than it actually was. Finn Russell, they've got the man advantage. Sam Johnson to Jamie Ritchie, gets it out. Kyle Steyn, one-on-one with Hugo Keenan, who makes a absolutely fantastic tackle. Had to be made. Finn Russell can't get the ball passed out wide. Oh no, and they've managed to turn it back over. Ireland defensively holding out strong. Hugo Keenan, 2 massive tackles already in today's game, working really well for the fullback there. Stuart Hogg going for the up and under, trying to retain those meters. Hugh Jones with a good recovery catch, though. Sam Johnson runs through the tackles but drops the ball in doing so. Ireland playing on the advantage and trying to make the most of it. It gets out to James Lowe. Kyle Steyn doesn't bite the tackle. He tries to work around it, doesn't go for him. George Horn. Oh, Keelan Doris. I think there's some questionable actions in here. George Horn picked up the ball from the back of this ruck, tried to pass it out to Kyle Steyn with the room, and we just see Keelan Doris slapping the ball out of the air. The referee says scrum only. Potentially could have been a penalty. Big scrum for Scotland here towards that halfway line. They will not have been happy to have not managed to have scored a try in what was such a good position for them. Let's see what Scotland do with this one. Matt Fagerson will take it himself. He runs it up, doesn't manage to beat any defender, and Ireland just swarm that ruck there, doing extremely well. Sexton also having a good game today, finds another room in that midfield. Bundyaki charging through, has to get taken down by Russell. Scotland try and spread wide. I think it is the centre that managed to spread out wide enough. They've got all the room on this left wing, but Scotland not managing to let anything go awry. They've done a good job there. That's a dominant tackle. They'll be happy with this one. Ireland's attack has just slipped away from them a bit. They were in such a good position. Scotland still looking kind of narrow though, but Hugh Jones with a good cover tackle. They're just going to want to spread out. They don't want James Lowe to get anywhere on that wing. That's a good tackle on Sexton. It's been a low scoring half, but it could have gone either way at this point. It's been an extremely exciting first half. Only 3 points in it though. It's for both teams to grab this one with both hands. If they can get away with it, as Keith Earl showing and going, but maybe a little bit isolated there. Scotland will make the most of this one. Jamie Ritchie tackled instantly as soon as he picked up that ball. They were ready for him, but Scotland potentially have room on this wing. It's not the best pass from Schumann out to Fagerson. Out to Kyle Steyn. They were looking for a bit of a speedster. They had to go through all the props to get there. But Kyle Steyn, will he get in for a try? It's a superb run by the wing. It's a score just as the clock has gone red. What a superb run by Kyle Steyn. A lot of work to do. Had to go through the forwards. There was about 3 extra passes and they would have wanted the ball being shipped out wide here. Went out to Schumann, to Jamie Ritchie, to Xander Fagerson, to Matt Fagerson having to try and get over for that ruck. Kyle Steyn kicking that ball on. Hugo Keenan, who's done so well defensively all day, just didn't manage to get back to cover that one, and he goes over for his try. Let's see how Finn Russell gets on in terms of the conversion. He scored a much harder penalty than this earlier on in this first half. And slots it through with ease. Scotland go 10-0 at half-time. Scotland will be incredibly happy with this one. Much better than some of their previous games so far. What a great opening first half for the home team. Both teams have had their chances in this first half though, but Scotland making the most of the opportunities when they arise. The first points coming through the boot of Finn Russell thanks to a penalty in a ruck. Bit of a hard kick from the halfway line, but Finn Russell with a beautiful strike straight through the middle of the post. It looked like Ireland could have got their own points in this game. A couple of lovely breaks, especially from Josh van der Fleer and Johnny Sexton today, working incredibly hard, along with the defensive effort of Hugo Keenan to shut down some almost definite try-scoring opportunities coming in from Scotland. But Scotland were the first ones to take first blood in terms of scoring the tries. Kyle Steyn right at the end of that first half, a couple of forwards having to get through the passes, but it did get out to Kyle Steyn, chipping the ball on for himself and chasing it on for a try. Converted as well by Finn Russell. Scotland go in half-time 10-0 in the lead. On to the second half then. Sexton gets us kicked off and Ireland can feel like potentially the Six Nations could be slipping away from them if they can't step up their game in this second half, which they've already looked like they're doing. They've got an early turnover, but a slow ball from Gibson Park, absolutely not what they would be hoping for, as we see Ringrose taking it through the line a little bit. Oh, there's an enormous hit. Sam Johnson has just taken his head off. That is going to be a yellow card. He was lucky not to give away a red there. Absolutely clinical high tackle. Ireland kick this into the 22. How much of a turning point will that be in this game? Will Ireland be able to get back into this one? They've decided to go for the driving maul. No, they've done a little bit of a sneaky move there, letting the player run through. Scotland didn't actually commit to that driving maul at all. Scotland are in scramble mode to get back for this. Can they get out? They've seen James Lowe out on the wing. Can they defend this one? They can't. James Lowe gets over for a try. Had a lot of hard work to do, but made the most of that man advantage. Matt Fagerson not managing to stop him. What went wrong for Scotland here? First of all, there was a lovely run there from Johnny Sexton. Good cover tackle coming in from Hogg, having to try and recover for that extra man, spraying the ball out wide. There was a tackle made by Kyle Steyn, but just got shrugged off by James Lowe, and Matt Fagerson couldn't stop him either. Ireland get back into this game 7 minutes into the second half. Let's see if Sexton can convert this to 7. And he does. Ireland trail by 3. Scotland still with their yellow card. They need to try and run this clock down. How important will that yellow card be by the end of this game? Scotland rushing up on the line. They don't want to allow this ball to get out wide by any means, as Hugh Jones picks up the nice loose ball. You can see Scotland are purposefully trying to slow it down, trying to run down the clock on that yellow card. Jamie Ritchie takes it a little bit further. Scotland really not looking like they're supporting their own man. They're going to want to close up. They're still missing that extra man. Try and shut down their attack a bit. Hamish Watson takes it to the line, but again isolated, but defensively they look nicely set up for this one. Oh, but a clever little kick there from Gibson Park, sees that ball go over. Stuart Hogg running it back up the field, thinks he sees some room. Gilchrist ships it on, maybe a little bit too far. Not sure the miss pass was entirely necessary. George Horn goes out wide, not the best pass. Watson does well to recover there. Oh no, but it's a loose pass. Scotland managed to get back to recover this one. It was nearly a massive opportunity opening up. Kyle Steyn now out on this wing. Superb tackle by James Lowe, not letting him get any ground up that wing, and Scotland are having to fight fiercely to get that ball back. They do in the end, but what a hard-fought ruck that one was. Can they ship it out wide? Hamish Watson sees the numbers on the outside. Jamie Ritchie will take on the extra man. Duhan van der Merwe got to outrun Hugo Keenan. Not an easy task, and what a superb tackle by Keenan. Ireland then with the line out, they go for the back. Scotland decide not to jump again. They've really not committed in that line out. They want Ireland to have to try and play out, and they're going to make the most of the bit of room out here. They have ended the yellow card now, so Scotland are back up to 15 men. Sam Skinner with the superb recovery there, managing to get back. They have to play this one wide. Hugh Jones, pop pass to Watson. Matt Fagerson gets a nice little offload. They've done incredibly well from that situation. They looked like they were down on the men. Hamish Watson again. Oh, there's an enormous hit. Andrew Conway on that right wing is going to receive his own yellow card. They've judged it as just a chop tackle, just completely taking out his knees. Massive injury there, potentially. Rory Sutherland is coming on for Pierre Schoeman. Scotland decide this is the time to make the substitutions. Chris Harris has also come on alongside of Ali Price. Big decisions to be made. Is this game still there for the taking? Scotland move up to the Irish 22, also down a man. There's a lot for Scotland to take from this opportunity. They just need to hold this one out. It's not really been the way their Six Nations has been going to make the most of these opportunities. They go for the driving maul. Ireland are committing hard to this driving maul. Scotland are making up the meters. Can they ship this ball out wide? There must be the room. Blair Kinghorn gets it out to Fraser Brown. He's going to take it himself. The hook has only been on for 5 minutes and he gets himself over the try line. Scotland up to 15. 8 points clear with a conversion to come. How important are yellow cards? This is the answer to that question. Scotland making the most of that man advantage, getting it out. Lovely little run just to hold the defender. Fraser Brown decided Kyle Steyn wasn't having any of the glory in this one. He wanted that all for himself. Blair Kinghorn on for Russell, of course, will be taking over the kicking duties now. Pretty much a nice, easy kick for him. You can't complain too much as a fly half from that position. That will take Scotland back out to a 10-point lead. Ireland going to make a substitution. They think it's necessary now. Gibson Park coming off. Conor Murray coming on. Big things need to be shifted up in this Irish team. They can feel the Six Nations maybe beginning to slip away from them as Duhan van der Merwe feels the momentum shifting now as he kicks the ball on. Can he keep it going? He's still going. Josh van der Fleer's not going to get to him, and it's going to be another try. Suddenly, Scotland are opening up. It's the best game of their tournament so far, and that extra man is paying off. Hugo Keenan got caught completely in two minds about what to do. Good footballing skills by the big man and runs it over for a try. Suddenly, the question becomes, with 8 minutes left on the clock, can the bonus point try come into this game? I didn't think I was going to be saying that about Scotland, with Ireland holding out the top of the table. Blair Kinghorn takes them beyond. Ireland are in desperate trouble in this game. They'll be wanting just to come away with something. Even a losing bonus point's looking a little bit tricky at this point. Let's see what Scotland can do with it, and Jack Conan makes it worse. Hands in the ruck penalty given away. You can see the discipline slipping, and Scotland will be taking this all day long. They know the opportunity this is arising for them now. They've gone for the scrum. They think they've got the advantage. They've got the man overlap in that midfield pitch now, so this is going to be a drastic opportunity for them. Scotland have big wingers as well. They can make the most of it. You can see the gap out on that wing. Oh, and Chris Harris can't get the ball out quickly. They ship it on to Kinghorn. Tries to run it on. Duhan van der Merwe. Here he goes. He's done it once. He can do it again. Ireland chase ferociously. James Lowe came across to cut him off, but it's another try. It's a bonus points try for Scotland. What has happened in this last 10 minutes? The yellow card been absolutely crucial in this game. Ringrose trying his best to get back for that. James Lowe cut across to stop him getting too far under the post. It's about all he could do from that position. Duhan van der Merwe coming alive in this game, and Blair Kinghorn should get this one over. What a massive score going into this one. The bookies absolutely in favour of Ireland. Scotland performing extremely well in this one compared to what we saw last week against France, conceding 4 tries from Matthias Lebel. But Scotland have improved dramatically going on into this one now. The yellow card situation for Ireland is over, but maybe too little too late. Scotland want to play on in front of this Murrayfield crowd. They pass it on. Who else is it? It's Duhan van der Merwe again. Hugo Keenan manages to stop that one going past him, but it doesn't matter. Scotland come away with the bonus point win. Ireland cannot believe it. The Six Nations potentially up for grabs now. Who will come away with it? What a superb game from Scotland. That bonus point win as well hopefully will be moving them up the table in the Mad Dragon Six Nations series. I hope you've all enjoyed this one today, guys. I will see you all next time. Bye bye.